Hello everyone and welcome to part 12 of the World of Warcraft Let's Play. Today we're going to be looking into Dun Algaz and why the orcs are currently in the wetlands. We've made our first way into the wetlands and it looks like there's a player around here because the orcs that were outside here before are now gone. So we're going to see what's going on here. We need to pick up the Mountaineer's Ale and we need to kill some Dragon Maw orcs. Well, it looks like somebody's already done our job for us. A lot of the orcs appear to be dead. So Dun Algaz looks like it was an old station, much like Algaz Station was. But it's since been left, and you can see there are dead dwarves everywhere. But we don't want it in the possession of these orcs, so we're going to take them out. We don't want them defiling dwarf land. Here we go, there's our crate as well. Here, this guy does not seem to be that interested in us. Probably because we're a little bit higher level than they are. Okay, so we got the ale back. And the main question here is, what are orcs doing back in the wetlands after all these years, as the other dwarf we were talking to put it. Let's go turn these quests in and see what he has to say, shall we? So yeah, we're done with Lochmadan now. We've been there for quite a while, but this zone we've been so familiar with is now finally ended. So back to Mountaineer Gruyome. That'll show him. Nice work. Do you have it? Is the poor thing intact? Thank the makers. It's downright pristine. Those orcs couldn't figure out the tap lock, it seems, and couldn't hack through the mastercraft work of Ironforge's keg crafters with their crude weapons. Alright, we need to get this ale to where it's going right away. Ironforge has sent out an expedition of surveyors to check the damage done to the wetlands when the dam burst. Forber Slabchisel's the one leading it, and believe me, you don't want to get on her bad side. Show up with an armful of ale will help with that. Go and take this ahead to her, and she might even ask you to stick around for help with some work. Okay, so I assume these Mountaineers are going to stay here and keep an eye on the orcs for us whilst we take this ale down. Other than that, they're just slacking. So back onto our chauffeured chopper. And down we head, further and further into the wetlands. So yeah, there's Grim Batol. Horrible place, we'll be looking at that at some point. But right now we're just making our way down from the mountains. Because the wetlands are on sea level. So, yeah, Lochmadan's actually quite high up in the mountains. Next to Dunmurra, which is the snowy region, so. Okay, that looks like Slabchisel survey. That'll be it. You can see all these trees have been knocked over by the influx of water that came down from the loch, and now the waterfalls have stopped flowing. So we've got a flight master. Let's talk to Forber Slabchisel. Aye? What have you got for me there? Ha! Nice to see those addle-brained mountaineers knew to hand the ale off to a real man to get the job done. Welcome to my survey. If you're one of the mind to help Ironforge by taking over the intended job of some useless, lazy sods that call themselves dwarves, you're in the right place. I'm here because Mirrodin himself knew that this survey needed someone to keep these buffoons on their toes. They're all too scared of the wildlife to do a thing. If I'm to get them off their duffs, I'm going to need some cleanup done. We've got an elemental problem. First off, the flood did such a number here that the water itself's gone hysterical. I bet you've never slapped the sense into an entire lake before, but I'm asking it of you now. Wallop these elementals for good for me. The destruction of the Stone-wrought Dam was no small thing, lad. We're here to find out just how bad the damage is. A mighty load of waters rampaged through here, and if it's disturbed the earth too far, we could be in for a worse later on. We can tell a lot from studying the sediment of the flooded area. I need as many soil samples as I can get, so if you could head out there and collect some more, I'd be much appreciated. Okay. And then Dunlaw Marvelbeard. The local wildlife's all messed up from the flood, it seems. This fen used to be full of crocolists, but I haven't spotted a single one. What I have spotted are threshodons. Never used to be any here, so the flood must have swept them all right out of Loch Medan. Lucky for us, because they're tastier than crocolists and I'm running low on provisions, bring me back some threshodon meat for the camp and I'll gladly pay you for it. Okay, so we've got quite a few things to do here. We've got to beat up these elementals. And the threshodons, which I assume are further off in the lake in that direction. We also want to collect some sediment. There they are. You can see this must have been a knoll camp at some point because they got their tents there. Easy peasy. That bong still smoking. Interesting.
I am out of range. That ability is not ready.
So we're cutting through these guys pretty quickly. We shouldn't be around here for too long. We're going to be heading through quite a lot of the wetlands. It's not really one of my favourite zones, so we're not actually going to spend all the time we can here. Unlike Loch Medan, where we sort of went through everything and followed the story, we're going to see if the story goes anywhere, and if not, then we're going to head straight north up to Dunmoda in the northern point of the land, so we can just continue on with the Dwarven story. Specifically moving on to the Arathi Highlands. But we need to get to that level first. And I believe that Wetlands is a 20 to 25, so Arathi Highlands. We're only a level away from Arathi Highlands, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we're almost done here. We do need to kill a lot more threshodons, and they do seem to be thinning out in terms of population here a little bit, but we'll find some more. Big old Sunpo. He isn't the most graceful guy in the world when it comes to swimming, is he? Sunpo is also a shadow step, so I can just swing behind all these mobs and just bounce between them all. We might consider doing a respec at some point just to see what some of the other playstyles are like. Maybe to use some different weapons as well. Oh shit! Oh no! That was really close. Shit! I didn't realise I was. We'll get some health back now. We'll fight something and use recuperate. Okay. Oh shit! I just used the combo points that we just built up. What an idiot. Okay, we'll do it on this one. There we go, so recuperate, finishing move that restores 3% of maximum health every 3 seconds, lasts longer per combo point, so we've got 24 seconds of it? 20 seconds recovering our health, that's quite nice. Okay, we've got all the threshodon meat now, so we need to kill these flood elementals, and then we'll be sorted here. I'll use recuperate on this guy as well. And then we can heal up.
I am out of range.
There we go, and that's all those quests done, so we're going to head back to the camp now. Well, I'll be. There's someone around here that isn't a disgrace to Magni, bless his poor gravelly heart. Just for that, you get first crack at the ale, lad. But don't let it go to your bloody head. We've got more Goram work to do, and I won't tolerate you letting up early. The Dark Iron Clan. Ah, we're back to our old enemies again. The Dark Iron Clan is up to no good out here. And if that surprises you, you're thicker than the addled blotters over in that tent. Mirrodin may pay lip service to those sooty cretins back in Ironforge, but out here, all bets are off. We had a raid against the camp last night, and one raid is too many. Their leader is a stout fellow by the name of Glower-Glare, and he's hiding in the cave on the south bank of the river. Bring me Glower-Glare's head as proof he's no longer a threat to us and Ironforge. Let's see that sediment then. Ah, well, the good news is, these will do perfectly. The bad news is, I can tell they're the wrong colour for topsoil here, even just drunk as I am. That means things aren't looking good for the area, Sunpo, but we've got more sets to run before we hang up the towel. Those braces are cloth, but they've got stamina as opposed to intellect, so... Alright, I need you to help me find my dumpy level. What's that look for? That's right, I said my dumpy level. It's a piece of significant surveying equipment. I didn't name the bloody thing, alright? Go look it up. All I did was leave it on a rock long enough for one of those horrible oozes to swallow it up. The place is crawling with them, but one of them should still have it inside. Are they meaty ones? Let's have a look. Lovely, these will fry up nice, and the camp will be spare a week of mushroom biscuits. We're level 25. We're good on provisions, but we're in need of some medicine. Half the camp's fiercely hungover and the remedies in hoarder. Luckily I know a good folk remedy taught to me by my dear old mum. We just need some local ingredients. Gather me some fenbush berries, if you would. They keep to where there's water and shade, so look along the shore and near other plants. Okay, so we'll do the Dark Iron guy last. We'll take out these slimes and get some of these berries first. So looking for a dumpy level. Another camp up here, slowly decaying moss-hide mystic. So yeah, there were gnolls in the area. And they've all been killed by the slime and the flooding, I assume. One berry, ugh. Go on, let's see if one of these can give us the dumpy level. Are you going to give us the dumpy level? No. He won't give us the dumpy level because he's a different type of ooze. For now, we'll just focus on the bushes and the berries. Oh boy. Let's go find the rest of these berries down in the down by the lake. There's the dumpy level. Awesome, we can move over to the lake now and get out those berries. And then we can go see what the Dark Iron are doing here again. Raiding the camp. Why would they be doing that? As Forber Slab Chisel said, you know, in Ironforge, They've got to be sort of like friendly with the Dark Irons. But out here, as she said, all bets are off, which is why they've been messing around in Loch Medan as well. And it's one of the big hindrances for the Council of the Three Hammers, which is the three dwarven leaders. The problem is that basically these Dark Iron doors are going around Bronzebeard lands, screwing everything up, and the Bronzebeards are saying, why are you doing all this? You know, how can we trust each other if you're going to be doing this to us? And then that screws up negotiations. Okay, let's turn these quests in first, and then we'll go get that Dark Iron. How much have you got? These will do nicely. I'll have the lads back on their feet as soon as I make this somewhat edible. Thelgon Rock over yonder is something of a natural wonder. It's the only known source of incendicite in the world. The stuff's rare, highly sought, and ridiculously explosive. Hit it with a steel mining pick and you'll set off a fireworks show that'll put a room full of goblins to shame. Luckily, I've developed a spark-proof pick for such tasks. I'll loan it to you if you bring back some incendicite ore, and I'll split you in on the profits, of course. Did you find the dumpy? Oh good, it's undamaged, thanks a lot. You might want to wipe yourself off a bit there. I'm feeling slightly less wobbly now, so I'm going to start setting up the level for my final measurements here. There's one last thing I need from you. There's a seismograph set up deep within Thelgon Rock to record any movements in the Earth. If things have been continuing to shift since the Cataclysm, this'll tell us. The seismograph's at the very bottom of the cave. Find it and bring the record it's created back to me. Okay, so those two quests need to be done together. We're going to see if the Dark Irons push us in that direction as well, but we're going to go get that leader now. So let's just read over that quest text again. The Dark Iron clan is up to no good out here, and if that surprises you, you're thicker than the addled blotters over in the tent. Muradin may pay lip service to those sooty cretins back in Ironforge, but out here, all bets are off. We had a raid against the camp last night, and one raid is too many. Their leader's a stout fellow by the name of Glowerglare, and he's hiding in the cave on the south bank of the river. Bring me Glowerglare's beard as proof he's no longer a threat to us and Ironforge. Ah, look, we've got Dark Irons here. Okay, let's deal some damage. There he is in there. Okay, Glowerglare, your time's up. All will be ruined in his name. What's his? Who's his? That's interesting, isn't it? Casmodan will crumble. All will be ruined in his name. Is his Deathwing? Is that Deathwing that we're talking about? Because of course, bearing in mind, during this time when we're leveling, Deathwing has only just caused the Cataclysm. Let's see what she has to say about this, shall we? Let's see it then. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I'll burn the foul thing later so it doesn't stink up the camp. What cells are the most 10, yeah. Thelgon, there you go. Thelgon Rock's an important site here. We need to use it to study the bedrock formations and such. Of course, it can't be that easy, so Thelgon Rock's also full of giant cave stalkers, big as a dwarf and twice as hungry. Like I said, these fancy lads are researchers, not warriors, so if I want them to get anything done, you're going to have to help me clear the filthy bugs out. Kill as many of the blighters as you can, and I'll make it worth your while, Sunpo. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so we're now heading into Thelgon Rock. I assume that directly in front of us is the entrance. So we can already see spiders starting to crop up, so we're just going to fight our way through, shall we? Let's do this.
carry anymore.
Damn, should have emptied our inventory before we came. Oh well, let's all sort it out, shall we? Into Thelgen Rock. So we're meant to be mining stuff as well whilst we're here, so we're going to keep an eye out for that as well. There you go, there's the Incendicite mineral.
It is too far away. Inventory is full.
So we have to go all the way. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Late night last night. We're gonna have to head all the way down to the very bottom of the cave so that we can find the surveying equipment that the surveyor wants us to pick up on. He just stealthed to die. So let's see if it's in this direction first, shall we? Pick up more Incendicite minerals whilst we're here. Come on, come out of stealth.
I am out of range.
Slightly concerned by just how deep this cave is. Sorry. I reckon it's going to be down here. When we hit level 26 we get sprint, which is going to make our life a lot easier when it comes to running down long, empty passageways.
I cannot carry anymore.
This is technically the very bottom of the cave, I think, so it should be around here somewhere. There it is. A Thelgen seismograph. Does look awful like a boss area there, doesn't it? God damn it. Aha. This is all that's left of the huge elemental that attacked you, a frothing orb of water that continues to fight your grip. Thorba might appreciate seeing proof that you helped stop another threat to the camp. No, she won't. She'll be overdramatic and moan about it again. Oh well. Okay, so those are the spiders we can kill outside. We need 2 more of the leech stalkers, but they were the ones that were outside the cave in the first place. And then the Incendicite, we're just going to have to run on for a little bit longer to pick up some of that before we head out. Got a gnome mage? Gnome priest. Pralin. Aha. I'd buff him if I could, but I haven't got anything, so I'm going to reapply our poison because I just realised that we're pretty low on that. There we go. Right, let's come through here and find the last of that Incendicite ore to take back. And that'll finish nice and tidy for the end of the episode.
I need to get closer.
Awesome. So the last one we're hoping is going to be near the entrance of the cave. It's just respawned because I couldn't find any more in that cave. There's some. Let's get out of this spider-infested hellhole, shall we? I'm going to kill some of these spiders on the way out as well. There we go. Okay. Come on, you.
Not ready yet. I do not have a target. Inventory is full.
Nice, there we go. So now we're going to head back to the camp and hand in these quests. So you haven't really actually entered Wetlands properly yet. We've just been round to this area at the bottom. You haven't actually been too far into it. We are going to start seeing people other than dwarves now, though, which is going to be a bit of a relief because, let's face it, there are a lot of dwarves we've been talking to recently. Let's start with Dolnor Marblebeard, shall we? Well, you look like you're in one piece. Glorious, beautiful stuff, this all. Good on you for not dropping your pick. Last person I sent out let the butt end hit the floor, and that part's not spark-proof. That's very reassuring. Well, we're going to wear these leather gloves because they are just an upgrade to the ones without intellect. So they have got spirit on them. They do look a little bit cooler as well. Let's see what you got, eh? Wonderful, lad. This should be all we need. Let's have a look. You might have another quest for us in a little bit. Forber. So we'll start with the Flood Surge Core. What's that you got there? The thing still got some fight in it. Amazing. You're a tough one, Sunpo. It's much appreciated. I'd say a reward is in order before you head out. Keep doing your best to Ironforge, you care? And if you ever see my sister, say hello for me.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Those are some nice leggings, but they don't match our gloves, which is irritating. Good job. I wouldn't be surprised if the horrid things have had eggs in there somewhere, but it'll do for now. And then onwards to Menethil. This news needs to get to Menethil as soon as possible. I'll send you along on my fastest ram, Sunpo. He knows the way, just make sure you're steady in the saddle and hold on tight. Don't dawdle around the camp, we've got to send word quickly. Deliver the Slapchisel report to Captain Stoutfist in Menethil Harbour. Our inventory's full, so never mind. Actually, no, we'll sell it now. There's a guy over here that buys stuff, isn't he? Dunlaw's going to give us a hand. There we go, just going to sell all of that. $11 gold. Nice. Okay. Let's go, shall we?
See you soon.
Brisket, slab chisels, ram. Okay, so we're on our way. We're heading to Menethil Harbour, which is the human settlement in the Wetlands, and also has recently faced a little bit of a calamity. Because of the cataclysm, a lot of flooding happened generally around the world, and this surge of flooding has actually risen the sea level a little bit. And this rise in the sea level has flooded the entire port town, and we're going to see that in a second. There's also a Night Elf settlement called the Green Warden's Grove just there, and we're going to be heading to that at some point as well. I think the Night Elves are trying to help out against some dragonkin that are coming down from Grim Batol. I'm also riding past Welgar's retreat. More orcs over there. What's going on? So we keep riding. I just declined a guild invite from Cheeky Nando's, and the description says, Cheeky Nando's is a new, laid-back social guild looking to recruit some friendly people where you can experience some top-quality banter. Doesn't that just sound magical? There's Menethil Harbour. And we're going to see the water level has risen and Menethil is partly sunken. And we're going to find out a little bit more about that when we start questing in the next episode. Okay guys, we've just been dropped off outside of Menethil Harbour. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next part of the video where we head into Menethil Harbour and find out just what is going on. Okay. Goodbye everyone.